Happy.
We're happy.
Are we going left over here?
Yeah, no, we're going left, yeah. I can't find Greg and Lucky.
Well, no, you're not going to find it on the radio. It's online.
Oh.
Welcome to another edition of the Greg and Lucky's Happy Hour.
Yes, so welcome to it. Episode 12.
Yes, we've made it
We're
past
here.
10.
We're growing. Yeah.
We're nearly teenagers. When do you become trouble as a child? 13 or 14?
No, 13.
13
It
the
all
trouble.
starts, the teen, it starts with the teen.
Well, mathematically, yes,
Yeah.
that's the first
But
teen.
no, I think it's hectic because 13 is also it's grade 8, standard 5, and then also like you know what boys and girls are.
No. So no, that's grade 7. It's grade 7.
So grade 7, but still,
no, so it's your last year of primary school, so you think
go
you're the
into high
big
school, you think you
deal.
know what you're doing. Yeah, bro. Standard 5.
I was a late bloomer. I think I was more 14, 15.
I was very naughty in grade 8. I was grade 7. I almost got expelled.
Weren't you a head boy?
I was.
Oh, yeah. All right. So,
How you doing?
head boy, Craven Week, all the good things. It's just been downhill from there, eh?
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast. We got a lot coming at you. A lot of our regular things. We've got game changers in here. Our question crane, shit tank. We've got another contribution. We love it when you contribute. Please, you can get involved. Just DM us.
Yeah, but remember, most importantly, subscribe. Click the little bell thing so you're notified so when we drop a podcast or an episode or anything Greg and Lucky
that's
related.
if you're watching on YouTube. Otherwise, we're on all the podcast apps, so thank you for getting involved.
Yeah, but
any reason to feel happy? You know, the whole reason we do this is because we just want to make you feel a little bit happy. It's about an hour, sometimes a lot less than an hour.
it's been over an hour so far, which is good. But my reason to feel happy is I got a brand new jersey.
It looks good.
From Woolies.
Is it? I was going to say, is it Woolies?
I got it. Bianca's like, why don't you want to wear this? Don't you want to buy this jersey? And I was like, no, it looks like a jersey Greg would buy. And then she's like,
You son of a gun.
no. So then I was like, you know what? It actually is a nice shirt. Because I've been eyeing out your jerseys. And Bianca says to me that knitwear is very warm. And she wasn't lying. Because I don't have one. I don't have one
Knitted jersey. A pullover.
Pullover.
Like he's got all these fashionable, not functionable clothing.
I was thinking about it today. When I buy clothes, it's 90% fashionable and 10%
amateur.
Now this jersey is functional in the sense as I can dress it up and down. So this can be, I can wear it with a collar shirt, fancy boots.
Yeah.
And I can also wear it down with just casual like now. And
Yes.
I like it, but it's also warm, bro. Because it is like you guys can't feel it, but my house, I
We've
couldn't
spoken
afford.
about this before.
I couldn't afford a chimney, and
It's, I haven't got a new saying for this. We're talking about some new sayings later on, but it's as cold as a witch's teeth.
yes, yeah, exactly.
It is frigid here.
Yeah, but what about you?
This is the comfortable dad section.
Yes, it
They
is.
ran a campaign a couple of years ago, and I was like, I'm not a dad, but I want to be comfortable.
Do you know who they have on advertising this? Skulk Brits with his child. Like a child.
you're like-
I was like, Skulky. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about you? Do you have anything to feel good about?
To be happy about.
Yeah.
I have had something to be happy about recently.
Yeah.
I've wanted to take control of my money properly.
Okay, you've been doing a lot of investment listening and
trying to get into it
you
because
sent me a podcast to listen to
because Lucky and I got kind of retrenched about a year ago, so
Yeah.
we've had to tighten up the belt.
a lot. Tighten up the belt. a lot.
Before I was just living a frivolous life with my money.
Before I would buy new clothes once a month. This is the first thing I've bought in 7 months.
Functional. You see, now he's got away from the frivolous fashion.
Yeah.
And it's been really good.
Yeah.
And there's an app. You could talk about this as a game changer, but it's
Okay.
called You Need a Budget. It's
Yeah.
American.
Okay.
I haven't got onto it yet, but looking at it, I'm excited.
I'm excited. So I'm happy
you-
because I've started using easy equity, started vesting, started
Yeah.
taking proper control of my money.
Oh, your money. Okay, well that's
At the
good.
tender age of
Yeah.
32, I've
I haven't
finally
done that
got
yet
it
because
together.
I have no money at this moment. I've got a child in a house, so
I know, but your
when-
wife takes care of you.
yeah, she takes care of me. But we'll get there when I get there.
We want you to get involved always. Let us know if you've got a great reason to feel happy. Also get in touch, but let's get on with the podcast.
Yeah, let's get into the game changers.
Game changers. This is where we look at things that are going to change your life.
Yeah, we've spoken about this. We love this, and I think if you can one day we maybe should make a book
Of game changers.
of game changers that people can be like, oh, because listen, if you think about it, How I Met Your Mother, they ended up making a book of Barney's stupid
Rules of life or
rules of
something.
life and how to
Bro
hook-
code, the
bro
bro
code,
code.
the bro code. And that book, dude, I got that book for my birthday. I would never buy it, but I got it for my birthday. It was funny to look at, whatever. But we
So what are you
should.
saying? No one's going to ever buy our Game Changers book, but they'll give it to somebody as a present, as a last
It'll be
resort.
a great gift. It'll be a great gift.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't get cracking on that just yet. But let's see.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Because Game Changers has become a little bit of Game Changers with a question mark.
Yeah.
We have been worrying about them. My Game Changer today is one for single people.
Okay.
Or, no, not necessarily single. If you're in a new relationship.
Oh, okay. Sure. But while you're actually talking now, I actually, in my head, just thought of a game changer when you said
Ooh,
that.
okay. Well, you can tell me yours now.
Okay.
Go. So the Game Changer is to win over the grandparents.
Okay.
Everybody always goes, oh, I'm worried about the in-laws. I'm worried about the in-laws.
Yeah, let me impress them.
Forget them. Win over their parents. They've been listening to their parents all of their lives.
Okay.
And the elderly are way more relaxed. They know their time is coming up. They know that it is slowly going to be the last sun that sets.
Yes.
So when they see that you're making their grandchild happy, that makes them very happy. And in turn, they will tell their children,
Hey, ease off.
it's cool.
Ease off.
I know what he's doing to her at night. I don't want you to think about that, but they're happy.
So, okay. So did you,
A
have you,
reason
have you practiced this?
I haven't put it into practice, but a friend of mine recently put it into practice, and he said the game has changed. Before, he was on a level playing field with the parents.
Yeah.
Now he's gone up in their eyes because he won over the grandparents.
Let me tell you this. And I agree with that. That's I've never thought of it like that, but it's I can almost say 100% true. Yeah, that's definitely a game changer.
Thank you.
But in that same field, if you are dating her, if you can impress a sibling and a sibling can like you, but if you're dating a girl, try and impress the sister, not the brother, because the brother, you guys. We connect on sport.
Yeah.
But if you can impress a sister and she likes you, that also. I've done that before but obviously not too much. I don't praise it too much that you ended up, hooking up with her.
Hey.
Yeah, listen, this is not one of those movies. No. Back up, son. But yeah, also, I've done that before.
I don't know how you do that to someone. Like,
Yeah.
how on earth can you have no soul that you're like, you know what? I actually think I love the sister more. I'm gonna shag them now.
Dude,
That must be the most heartbreaking and family ripping.
I told you about that story.
No.
That the mother and the son, the couple got married.
Okay.
6 months later, the mother
No,
of the
you
daughter
did tell me.
runs away with the son, gets married, disappears. She said, I always saw them like getting along very well. They used to message each other. I didn't
And
understand.
you're going, this is great.
Right.
I love it. I love it that my mom gets on with him so well.
And meanwhile, they are like, what? That is crazy. Like, how could
Was
you?
that here in the Westrand? That's where Lucky lives. No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Uh,
Oh my
Okay,
god.
yeah, so that's my game changer.
That's great. I love that. I think that's cool. I think that's really cool. I think it's a game. That's definitely a game changer. Mine, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you because you said you were talking about like hooking up and trying to impress someone. And
Oh, I thought you said that was the sibling one.
no.
Okay.
No. This happened by accident. And I just want to say that I practiced this and it worked. And I stumbled across it by accident. So this is what happens.
Are you talking about womanizing someone?
No. Driving one out to Marvel to go out with mates. And in my car, I can't find any deer. I used to keep a can of deer in my car. Can't find it.
You have been known to be stinky at times. Haven't we all?
So I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my goodness, I forgot to put deer on. There's a can of something lying in the corner there. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool, pick it up. It's women's, like a Dove deodorant. And I'm like,
It's women's deodorant.
so it's women's. So I'm like, why do I have women's? So I think back, I'm like, oh, I must have taken a cousin or a friend or somewhere.
Okay.
So now
I've heard this.
Greg he always makes fun and says that I'm smooth with the ladies, but I'm actually not that smooth. I'm as smooth as any normal, very under kind of guy. But I'm actually quite like shy and whatever. Anyways.
That is the biggest load of crap ever. Your wife's not even here. I don't even know why you're lying.
Anyways. That night, I've never in my entire life had so much attention on me that I couldn't figure it out, only to realize later on, I was like, is it maybe because I smelled like a girl that maybe the girls thought that I'd hooked up with a girl that, anyways, now I'm at varsity. So the next night, the night after, 2 nights later, this thing is cleaning up. I'm walking into places and I'm like,
People are turning heads.
dude, it feels like I'm in a sitcom or in like a rom-com. Like I'm the guy that's gotten the powers
All of a sudden.
from Ryan Gosling, and I'm you and you. Like it's
just wearing female deodorant.
females deodorant. It killed. Now, obviously, don't overdo it. The can ran out, and then I said, "Well, that's as far as I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna go to Edgar's and yes, that can. No, that's it. But it worked. I just want to say it was a game changer. It was a good time while it lasted." I swear to you.
Okay, no, it's fine. I just, I'm a bit taken aback. No, I thought that if it was going so well, surely you would have bought another can. I mean, with the strike while the iron's hot.
What did Spider-Man say? Spider-Man's uncle? With great power comes great responsibility.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But he was already married.
As we get older, we get less annoying. The reason I say this is because we stop asking so many questions. When you're a child, why must I do this? Why must I do that? Why must I do that?
Yeah.
On this podcast, we ask the important questions.
And by important, we mean important for us, and we'd hope so you. Because it's not CNN questions.
No,
You know.
no, it's not CNN questions, but this one is a bit deep. I want to know, why are we afraid to ask for things? Now, let me explain this to you. In Joburg at the moment, we're having winter. We've had our coldest winter in 4 years in Gauteng.
Okay.
So that's cold.
It's freezing.
There were some -2s, and then obviously you got Lucky's house here, which is just like
-5.
an igloo.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't seen an indigenous native Indian person walk around with an Eskimo and a seal skin around there. Why are we afraid to ask for things? I say this. I started dating my fiance a couple of years ago, and her dad had just moved onto a farm in the Free State. Farm was freezing. It was really cold, and we went for a weekend. So I wasn't really in with the family yet, still in the sleep in different bedrooms kind of thing.
Oh, that was the time, eh?
Oh, that was the time. Under my roof and my rules. So I arrive and I'm keen to impress everybody, so I'm on my best behavior and fun jokes.
Only drink brandy and coke after 10 p.m.
Yes, yeah. Woo! I'm not having brandy while the sun's up.
Yeah.
Anyway, things are going well. First night, first braai, cool. Bedtime. I get sent off to the boys' room, which is my fiance's brother and I. Get in there, and now maybe I was trying so hard to impress everybody, I didn't really take a sight of the scenes when the lights were on.
Yeah.
Got in and it's freezing. The bed has just one little thin duvet on it. And I get into the bed and the brother's bed's right there. And I'm going, oh my flip, it is. Like, what's going on here? So I look under the bed. I'm like, no, there's no blanket there. There's
looking for cupboards, kind of like.
no. So then I go to the cupboards. Now the brother's right there,
Yeah.
sleeping.
Hey, wake up.
I didn't wake him up. So I look in the cupboards. Nothing. Now you know when you're uncomfortable, like I went for a wee and I was like, oh no, what's going on? I ended up putting every single item of clothing
On you.
on me from my bag.
Oh my God.
So now this guy must be lying in the bed going, what the hell is going on here? Like there's this ruffling,
Yeah.
and messing around. It's like my sister's dating a creep. Like
Yeah.
what's going? Like this man can't sleep.
Yeah.
I was frozen. I was so cold. Like I considered getting a leg up on him. Like his bed was that close. I was thinking of like maybe I should just go in. Maybe I should just go in there and be like, well,
Don't mind me. I'm
just a bit chilly.
I'm just here for the warmth.
I wake up in the morning after one of the coldest nights of my life.
Yeah. Flicking icicles off you.
Yeah. And they go, well, why didn't you put the electric blanket on? I didn't know there was an electric blanket. So now I went the whole night. Instead of asking for help, I went the whole night freezing.
But why didn't you ask?
I don't know. I just thought I didn't think there was an electric blanket.
No. But why didn't you wake him to ask him?
Because I guess I thought, no man, don't be such a weakling. He's obviously not as cold as you are.
Bro, I will wake up
The whole house.
the Lord if I have to, if I'm cold.
I said, get down here from your castle in the clouds. I am cold.
I will bring in a fire from outside into a house if I have to, if I'm cold. Like, but I don't know why we don't ask.
So
for
yeah,
things,
why didn't I?
I told you the story. When I was younger, I got into trouble a lot with like my mom. Like I'd get into trouble about this or that, whatever.
That's because you were a little shit.
Then I would take, like I was hungry, starving. My mom would be away like with my brothers at like sport, and I'd be like so hungry, and then I'd take something and like eat it, and then like I'd be like, shit, get rid of the evidence, because I'd just been adopted, whatever. I was like, oh my God, like I hope. And then like my mom like one day said to me like, but why don't you just ask? Like just come to us and ask. Just ask if you want cold drink. Just say you want cold drink, and I'll give you cold drink if you want. And I was petrified of asking. Like, dude, it got to a point where I used to do the stupidest things because I was so afraid to just be like, can I do
I
this?
was turning into Walt Disney in that bed. Like, I was slowly freezing, and I didn't ask. Just like you said.
Yeah, like,
And it's that it's a classic saying. If you don't ask, you don't get.
yeah, dude, I don't know, but it obviously there must be some.
It's politeness, and politeness
No.
must fall.
No, but are we not afraid to ask because we're afraid to hear the question that they're going to give us? Why are we afraid to ask out a girl or a guy or whatever?
Because we're afraid of the answer.
We're afraid of the answer.
We're afraid of rejection.
Exactly. We're afraid of the rejection, and maybe that's like, or they might think something different of us. Why is he asking for a blanket? I mean,
Yes.
I'm trying to sleep.
So
for
we're
God's
worried
sakes.
about what other people think about us when you shouldn't really care.
Yeah.
You should first deal with survival.
But I used to be petrified of asking girls out. Like I used to be like shaking. Like I used to write it down. What I'm gonna say. Hey, will you go out with
Hey, Juanita.
No, that doesn't work. Hey, do you want to go out with me?
Hey, girl. Out with me you go?
Out with me, shall we go? No, that doesn't make sense.
I told you a story about my matric dance.
No, we had to take your.
So I was that bad with girls that I ended up asking a friend's sister who was only a grade 9.
Oh, okay.
So that should have been easy game. Like, you're coming from a position of power.
I'll see you Saturday.
I'm a matric.
Yeah.
Like, Oh man, I froze. Hi. And she was like, "Do you want me to go to the matric dance with you?" I was like, "Yeah, that'd be nice, please." And I was like, "Cool, okay, okay, cool."
Pick you up at
Thanks.
11.
So
Sweet.
I think maybe the brother had let her know that I
Yeah.
maybe was going to ask.
Yeah, listen, my friend, you know the creep, yeah, he's coming. And he's
I really hope he didn't say that. The creep. So I was afraid to ask for it, and I should have just asked.
It is a weird I would listen.
It's a weird human thing.
That's a what's it called? That's a scientific paper that I would read. Why we as humans are afraid.
There aren't many scientific papers I would. They're quite boring.
Yeah. Is the answer at the back?
Where's the fun paper?
Yes. Yeah. Hey, can you illustrate this paper for me?
There's no pictures.
Oh
I'm going to YouTube it. I want to see if there's a video.
This is a tad long.
But the same thing goes.
How about putting in a joke off? I'm a scientist, for God's sake. What, you guys don't like laughing?
Like these graphs are really not
You're
doing
not
it
German.
for me.
I mean, let's be honest. Go on. You know.
And the same thing happens with like work.
Yeah, you are, dude. How?
When people, I've always been afraid to ask for a raise.
Yeah.
Because then you're worried that they're gonna what are they gonna say?
Yeah.
Then they're gonna think I'm greedy. Then they're gonna want to fire me.
Bro, I was petrified when I wanted to resign from my advertising agency. I was like, I'm betraying them. Like, how can I? How dare
They've
I?
given me everything.
Yeah. And my credit card.
Lucky, everything the sun touches at this ad agency,
It's yours.
it one day will be yours.
Like, and
Just don't go there. What's that? That's the copy room.
Yeah.
Michael, the creep lives
there. But like, and they were like, no, bro, we understand, and we've seen you doing like it's your dream. Then go for it.
wanna go
Like,
chase it?
and they're happy for you. Like my creative director was happy. I think the main bosses, they weren't as happy. But you know, I'm not.
We sent him to training.
The
twice.
worst thing, and if you're a boss, if you ever say this to your colleague, then you deserve to be spat on. If you ever say after every,
you can get arrested now.
if
if you spit on someone during COVID times,
yeah.
oh, they'll take you down. Man,
yeah, no, but if you ever say to someone after they've worked for you, after everything we've given you,
they've been giving their time to you as well.
What are you talking about? Like, exactly. It's like I heard of a girl breaking up with a guy, and a guy said that to her. I was like, well, it's good you
After
broke up.
everything I've done for you,
Yeah, like what?
sex wasn't that good. It was good. It wasn't that like whoa.
Like pump the brakes, chap. Yeah,
Okay, well, it's one that I've been pondering on.
yeah. Listen, we are not.
We're not finding the answers,
and we're
yet.
not going to have the answers. So that's why we ask these questions. And if you have the answers, comments, hit us up.
Yeah.
We love to learn. Just don't make it too long. I don't want to.
Yeah, and pictures.
And also add pictures. They say doing things a lot, like some specific thing, one thing a lot, you become really good at it. But going to a lot of weddings, does it make you a wedding expert? Because you have been to so many.
I have been to a lot of weddings.
And I wanted to chat about this. I want to know how many you've been to, because I've got to be honest with you. I can use both my hands to describe how many weddings I've been to, probably.
There was one stage a couple of years back where it was a hot year.
Yeah.
There were almost 10 in 1 year.
10 in 1 year. I remember you went to like, it was every like third weekend. Oh yeah, we got to go to
My
Durban.
fiance's got a huge family.
Yeah.
So big extended family that you always get invited to. And then Jennifer and I are both super popular. So we've also been invited to a lot of weddings.
Yeah.
We're easy to get on with.
Yeah.
Humble as well.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you just,
I'd say yes. I definitely know how to do a wedding nowadays.
but how many have you been to?
In the last 5 years, I've probably been to just under 20.
Gee. Because I don't like, and okay, so out of the 20, are there like some that you've gone to, you're like, I was a bit
Yeah, totally.
chatting.
Yeah.
Then there was some of you were like, whoa, like, yes, we gonna get that ice cream fountain, baby.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys were taking, I'm sure Jennifer's taking notes.
Oh, my fiance was taking notes from day one.
Did you ever have like a wedding? One day, You're like, one day
when
what?
we get
When we get an ice cream fountain? No.
yeah.
But I think it's like, but I thought it was more. I thought it was like 40.
No, not that many. There was 1 year that was a purple patch, but I mean, I've been to many different types, different kinds. So weddings in people's back gardens. I've
Really?
been to weddings where they've decided to not have seating places. I've been to weddings where
So you
they've
stand.
no. So
So you can sit wherever you want.
Yeah.
Oh,
So there's
Bold
dudes,
strategy, Carlton.
bold
Strategy,
strategy. That's a
Carlton.
big no in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
It's great in terms of the ease as the host,
yeah.
but I just felt a little bit like,
But then what happens if you sit down and go dance and come back? Now you can't sit there.
yeah, pretty much. But I mean, like, it was just weird. It was a bit odd.
Yeah, I think.
So no, there's just some things that you got to the one. Oh my goodness. Personal performances, in my opinion,
What's
is
a personal
no.
performance?
Remember you wanted to sing to Bianca?
Here's a story we've never told. So before I got married, I was like,
I am so happy for you that you didn't do this. Like, listen to this.
so I was like, I'm getting married to the woman I love, the woman of my dreams, and I need to do something special for her. And Bianca,
As if spending eternity together is not special enough.
Yes.
I'm going to ramp this mofo up.
so I'm like, you know what? She loves, how do I say? She loves acoustic music, and she loves like Ed Sheeran and Jack Johnson and Bryan Adams, Bon Jovi, that kind of stuff. So I was like, you know what? I used to be in the choir. I got quite a good voice, I think. And maybe if I can reignite the old choir flame, I can sing a song to her at our wedding. So I start going for lessons just down the road here.
So,
But
like, he hasn't sung literally since he was in the choir. So it's been a good, like, 20
no,
years.
I haven't
almost.
sung since I was 14 years old. I'm 30. Okay, I got married when I was 30.
So 15 years later.
Yeah. In my head,
Like he's been keeping this a complete secret. He hasn't told me. We see each other every single day at work. He hasn't told me anything.
the vision in my head is that I go and do my speech. And as before I finish, I go, just one more thing. And I grab a piano and I start singing.
Oh, it's too good to be true.
Oh my God.
Can't take.
I go to about 25 lessons, and now I'm going every second day. When I got to like the 25th lesson, I was like, this is not going to happen.
The teacher was like, you've got to perform in front of these school children to
Yeah.
practice so you
Yeah.
can be in front of an audience.
Yeah. I'm like, I am freaking out. Like, the more I'm learning about how to sing, the more I'm going, what have I done? Now, the thing is, I haven't told her. I just said to her, babe, listen, I'm going to be away some afternoons. You're just going to have to deal with it. It's something I'm doing, but I
something
can't
for
tell
me.
Yeah.
And you're going to like it.
Yes. When did I tell you?
I don't know, but I think you'd already stopped. You'd already pulled out.
But my voice was like, it was getting the wear and tear because it's not used to that much. Because when we talk,
Give us the first bit of the song. Come on, please.
I can't even remember the song. No. Can I tell you the cherry on top of this?
You couldn't get the music rights for the song.
So
The guy was going to give you the instrumental rights or something, wasn't
yeah,
he?
he was going to go into, but then they said no. Then I sent.
They're like, give us $150,000.
Yeah. Anyways, and also it's not even a popular singer. It's
Screw you. Fucking, I can't even remember your name. You're that shit. You've had one song.
Here's the cherry on top. A year later, now we've been married. A year later, Greg and I, our company 947 hosts
Him.
at the show.
One hit fucking wonder McShitface. Sorry, I just so offended by
No,
this.
he's there. So what do? I go up and I say, hey man, I'm a big fan. Matt Simons.
Yes, there
Matt
we go.
Simons, you fucktard.
Like, no, and he was really rude to you.
Dude, he was like, oh, great story, bro.
You're in Africa touring your one single that's popular, throw me a flippin' bone here.
Dude, I kind of brush
And
it off.
it wasn't even his number one hit. It was another beautiful song.
It was
of
another
his.
beautiful song that I brush it off, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I was like, listen, if you can you sing the song? It'll be great. I'll just tell her that it's for her. If you can maybe just
Oh,
give
we're
her a
introducing him on stage.
Yeah, can you just give him a shout out? He's like, no, I don't really do that, and just let it go, bro. I was like, wow, okay.
I'm sorry, Michael Jackson. Oh no, wait, you're not that huge.
If I said this to Ed Sheeran, he would have said, fucking right on, brother. Let's do it. He would have said,
no, screw you. But he's Ed Sheeran. He can do that.
Yeah, or he would have said it on it. Like, he would have done it because it's like this Matt Simons guy. I was like, dude, you're such a douche. And I've actually, since then, I don't think I've ever listened to his song ever again. I was like, wow. But listen, I was going to, if I had gone out
and if you had sung that song. So the reason I'm saying personal performances, a personal performance, I saw one where a dad got up and did a guitar song. He's like, I just got to sing a song for my baby girl. And I was just like, this is horrible. Yeah, that was bad. And there was one, it wasn't actually that bad, but I didn't know the groom could do this.
Yeah.
I think he played like the trumpet. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Different.
Sweet. All right, sweet.
So I'd say personal performances, big no-no. Have a proper seating plan.
Personal performance. I once heard this. Coming up next is, let's say her name's Jennifer the bride. Jennifer's two best friends from school to come and just perform something for us.
I'll do the speech right now. They're right next to each other. They're right next to each other and they go, well, it was great when we first met you.
No. It was fine. Until they went, we've decided not to speak. We've decided that we've written you a song. From the back, I hear, Jesus Christ. I have never, they sang a song and everyone was like, God, I can't even get a beer.
So sorry? So, yes, a drink. We need wine at this table.
7 bottles, please.
Immediately.
Yeah, it was.
Tequilas too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've been to a lot of weddings. I was really disappointed I didn't get to see you perform at yours. Yeah, I think it's the 10,000 hours thing. I'm just a couple hours short of and you know, you've got to think about all your things, your parking, your accommodation. If you're going to a wedding, accommodation at the venue has got to be your number one priority. Get as close to the venue as possible, no matter what. Even if they're like, oh, there's some cabins here for family, make yourself family. Get in there. Start shagging the sister 6 months before the thing.
If you make a plan.
Or whatever it is.
I've never thought about it, but it's like convenience at a wedding. It's everything for the people. Like when I have people over, like I don't want them to be cold. I want them to have enough beer. I want them to when I said to Bianca, I said, the one mistake I know I didn't make, I made at my wedding for. We should have given more free drinks in the when we were taking photos. That's the one thing I regret us not having. I was like, we should have had more. Dude, it was.
Your friends aren't that cheap. I was at the bar with them.
It was scorching that day. That day was the hottest day of the year. Hell was like, God damn it, guys. We're going to turn this bitch up.
We're going to send people up to the Heart of Beer Sport for the day.
It was hot, yeah. But, okay, no, I just wanted to know because I just thought.
So you thought I'd been to more?
I thought you'd been to like 50, bro, because I just remember you. At one point, we used to go out and you used to just go be like, yo, bro, what are you doing this weekend? You'd be like, oh, I got a wedding. And I was like.
No, it was the worst.
But also, I'm sure you've spent more than at least 70 grand on weddings. Because flights, accommodations, you know.
No. But maybe 30 grand.
30 grand.
Maybe.
That's your tears. And some.
Oh. We'll talk about that another time, but so I got ripped off. It was tough. I've been lucky enough. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I think this is the thing.
Yeah.
Let's talk to a wedding planner. We've wanted to get people in and to talk to them about their career. We want to ask them questions. I want to find out wedding planners. They've definitely got their 10,000 hours. They definitely have the in. Yeah. They know.
So tell us. how do you start by screwing someone over?
Well, first of all, it's with the flowers. Then from the flowers, we move to the placemat settings. And then from the placemat settings, we move to the alcohol.
The amount everything cost times it by 7. Okay.
Excellent.
That's
and
it.
we're right.
You're learning. Yeah.
When you're a child, your parents sell you to eat your vegetables so that you grow up to be big and strong.
Yeah, or you can get whatever if you eat this.
No, my parents didn't do the horrible bribery parenting.
You can watch. As soon as you eat this, you can watch TV.
Is that what you're doing with Diego? Don't mess up my little front rower. Lucky is in denial. His son is going to be a hooker.
Yeah, 6, 7, or 8. That's how it is.
1, 2, or 3. That is rugby positions. If you don't know, and that thing he's got. Man, if he keeps eating his
thick,
vegetables.
strong legs.
Strong legs.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Shit tank. This is what we're doing. It's a game where we have to sell each other something that the other person doesn't like. We're open to suggestions. If you want us to try and sell you something, we can try to do it in a minute. All you have to do, DM us and tell us about what the thing is.
So
My turn.
you're going this week. I've got 2 left. I've got to put new ones in, but I thought I'd end it with these and then.
You want to go in strong?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's see what is in here. Mark Zuckerberg.
I hate Mark Zuckerberg. And I know he's listening, but I just don't like him. All right.
Okay. You want me to sell you Mark Zuckerberg? I'll sell you Mark Zuckerberg.
You sound like Leonardo DiCaprio. Sell me this pen. I can sell you this pen. I'll sell you this guy.
Okay. 1 minute on the timer. Let's go. Mark Zuckerberg is a game changer. He has literally changed the world. How does your granny communicate with the world now? Boom, Facebook. How do you get hold of your wife now? Boom, WhatsApp. How do you look at pretty pictures every single day? Instagram. He may have stolen the ideas, but what he has done is he has made the world more connected. He's made money for people on the stock market. You know, you can invest and keep money going with Facebook. He's also really improved. He's come a long way. I remember you used to email Zuckerberg and say, hey, please sort out your video function. He's fixed that now. Now you can watch comedy videos with an algorithm that watches your every move and knows what you want. So it gives you that content. So Zuckerberg is kind of what you would call an innovator. He's like the Christopher Columbus of the internet. He's traveled across seas of really bad websites. Remember, we used to have a website called Rate My Poo. Now we've got Facebook, far better than Rate My Poo. Although that's exactly what the internet is.
Yeah.
You're just rating other people's things.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, you sold me on the ideas of Mark Zuckerberg that he's created, which is fine. You haven't sold me on the idea of who Mark Zuckerberg is.
I don't know who Mark Zuckerberg is. I think he's a weirdo. Like I saw, like, didn't he go through a phase where he's like, I'm only going to eat flesh that I've killed?
Yeah, he said that.
And then he had arrows.
He couldn't kill a
Warthog.
fly.
No, he did. He killed them. He like went with bows and hunted them and.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
The reason I hate him, and I'll say why, it's because I just feel that he's, and it's sad that we live in this world, and in America, it's highlighted as capitalism. I feel that if somebody creates an idea and it's their idea,
You hate that he steals them.
you should not be able to steal it. It should be your intellectual property. And but if he makes it better, cool. But he didn't come up with Facebook. The Winklevoss twins did. Okay, he didn't come up with WhatsApp. He bought WhatsApp. He didn't come up with Instagram. He bought Instagram for $1 million. And that's the greatest stealing of all.
No ways.
$1 million.
No
Google
ways.
it today. He bought it for $1 million.
No. Granny Google will
Google
give you
it.
the answers.
$1 million. How much does Facebook acquire Instagram?
How much did Facebook acquire Instagram for, Google?
According to TechCrunch, Facebook buys Instagram for $1 billion.
$1 billion, Dr. Evil.
No.
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
Am I sure? It's Google.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
I'll go back.
Okay. What else do you want to ask?
1 billion turns by.
Yes, 2012.
Facebook buys Instagram for $1 billion.
Then their Instagram, I think they've retired. Well, they did some other startups and then they've retired. I don't know why more of these people don't retire. Like MySpace Tom.
MySpace Tom is traveling the world taking beautiful photos.
And he has photo competition. So if you're younger than 20, or even if you're 25, you might not know what MySpace is.
Yeah, MySpace was the Facebook before Facebook.
Yeah.
And you could listen to music on there, and then your music would play while people were on your profile, so they could learn like what kind of music
And you
like.
share your
Yeah.
things and whatever.
It was revolutionary. at the
But
time.
he's retired.
yeah.
He's gone, cool, I'm done. I don't know why more of these tech oaks don't do that, because they don't
Because they
care
have
about money.
ambition.
Yeah, but they want the rush.
Yeah, it's the rush of creating something new that's coming out, you know?
I
Yeah.
would retire
But
in a heartbeat.
The reason I'm saying
I want to make a difference to the world. No. I want to make a difference to my cabana.
no, but the reason I'm saying this about Mark Zuckerberg is that I am struggling and finding a way to make this app and trusting people to help me make it, because I am so afraid that somebody's going to go away and just steal the idea. So if we lived in a world where you could say, if you have an idea, you come up with it, you create it, or you get someone to create it, they cannot steal it from you. It should be illegal. But people don't care. It's because it's fucking capitalism. It's like, no, but this guy, because what happens now? A boy in India or Africa has nothing to his name, comes up with a phenomenal idea just because he educates himself, goes to someone, creates the idea. This guy is bigger lawyers, better things, whatever, fucks him over. Sorry, African boy, takes the idea, becomes rich. Like that's what the world
Are you
we live
the African boy?
Yes, I am the goddamn African boy. I just want justice for African boy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's what hurts
I know
me.
what I know what you're
That's
saying.
what hurts me. That's
I know
what,
what
you
you're
know,
saying.
I feel like there should be a savior for young people like that. Like you can't trust anyone, dude.
Lucky is making an app at the moment. Why do you tell everyone so someone can steal your idea?
No,
You will not screw this African boy over.
not today, baby.
You know the story, the tortoise and the hare. The hare races off, says, suck it.
See you.
The tortoise goes slow and steady and eventually wins the race.
Yeah.
In this race, Lucky is the hare and I am the tortoise.
Yeah. Well, you know, fables are fables for a reason. This is real life.
Thanks, Aesop, for your fables.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Lucky and I took on a challenge a couple of weeks ago to complete 67 kilometers for Madiba.
Donated money. We've joined the race, and we just have to run 67 kilometers before the 18th
It's a
of July.
virtual challenge.
Yeah. So we're running this distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, in movies, probably I'd say in the 90s, and also some kiddies movies, where the baddie has an evil laugh. Like, you know, one of those kind of things.
Yeah.
That's the way I'm going to feel when I beat you.
Well, how far have you run? Because I've clocked 8 kilometers yesterday.
Okay. Here. The tortoise has done 6 kilometers.
Okay.
That was my first run. I did it on the day when it was raining, just to show you my commitment to this race.
Okay.
So what's your total? 8.
Oh, listen, I did run the other day, but I hadn't logged on yet, so does it count?
I'm going to say no because that suits me.
No, but it was the day after we had set the challenge. So I ran 7.
No, I don't think that counts.
Okay. All right. So then 8 in total, then fine.
Okay, I'm just 2Ks behind you then on 6.
Okay. All right. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
The loser has to wear cycling shorts.
For the entire podcast while it's freezing like this.
Are these skinny legs going to handle that? Are you wearing long johns at the moment?
I am. Wearing them.
Oh man, you're going to suffer.
Yeah.
You know, that evil laugh is going to come out.
It's okay. Listen, I think it's going to be hard because you would have lost and, you know, but I don't know what fable we're going to use then to describe the situation, but it'll probably be the I told you fable.
Oh,
There is
okay.
one.
Yeah, I don't know if I've read that one. See you in cycling shorts, my friend. Oh. How do you eat an elephant? One piece at a time.
That is the saying we used last week to finish off the podcast and end the podcast because we were talking about the challenge we just spoke about just now.
And we're talking about getting more subscribers on the show. Lucky said it was horrible. You said you hated it.
The reason I said I hate it is because I feel, I understand the saying. Like when someone says, you know, who let the cat out of the bag, Greg explained the idea around it is that when the Boston Tea Party happened, there were so many cats in that time that they ended up putting cats in bags and throwing them in the ocean. So then when they the saying comes from when somebody had opened the bag and let the cats out, they would say, hey, who let the cat out of the bag? As in, like, what's going on? Like, who did this?
Were they really throwing them in the sea?
Yes, yeah. They was thinking they
There's
could kill it
two,
because
there's two sides to this. There's another one where they say that they used to also sell pigs.
yeah,
And then what they'd do, so you'd get piglets in a bag as well.
yeah.
And then they'd put cats in there instead. So you thought you were getting a little piglet, and then you get a cat, and then you open up and there's a cat in the bag, and you're like, oh, son of a...
Oh, okay.
No, because I think somebody, I've read up about it, and then
Obviously, the people back in those days didn't have
No,
ears
they-
and eyes.
people people were backtracking on the
This is quite a
drowning
cute
cats.
pig. He's quite mobile and agile.
Hell of a
And
furry.
why is he going meow?
That's not going to be tasty bacon. Okay, so you endeavored to come up with some new sayings.
So,
And you know, there's ridiculous idioms like oh, you can't even swing a cat in here.
yeah,
Like, who's swinging a cat?
swinging cats? Like, okay, so I've decided that I don't like it because I feel no one should or eats elephants. Okay, we don't. It's not something we eat. If you're gonna say something like that, make the saying.
How do you finish the lasagna?
How do you eat a cow? One piece at a time, because we eat cows.
Yeah, but I mean, it's meant to say that it's a
Because-
big
because
task.
it's a
and
big
elephant's such
task.
a big thing to eat.
Understandable. So
Okay.
I've changed it.
Thanks for the worst English lesson ever.
I've changed it, and
Well, I've also got one, so don't laugh just yet. Mine might be shocking.
how do you build a house? One brick at a time. Big task, hard to do. Need a lot of people to do it, but how
One
do
brick
you?
at a time.
One brick at a time.
Slowly but surely.
It's just more simple, and we do it, and it's simple, understandable. So
Yeah,
that was my.
That's
saying.
nice. So that's your alternative to the
Yeah.
elephant one.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea that you're eating an elephant, though. It makes it more imaginative.
Yeah.
Building a house, you're like, oh, I'll just pay somebody to do it.
How do you build a house? Pay someone to do it.
Call the contractor, get a couple of quotes, get the surveying, get the
Yeah.
plans done. I've got one. So saying often said, if something is a complete stuff up, you say, oh, what a dog show.
Oh yes, yeah.
Like if you got a dog show, there's dogs everywhere. Dogs are shitting, they're sniffing bums, they're running all over the place.
Yeah.
What a dog show.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what about if you go, oh, what a 2020.
Nice. Because
Hey,
2020 is a nightmare.
2020 is a dog show.
Nice. I like it.
Like,
I like it.
what a 2020.
I like it.
You'll
That's
be able to
clever.
look back on the news.
Oh,
and go,
what a 2020.
Oh, that was a 2020.
Yeah, that's clever. That's
Thanks.
very good.
Thank you.
I've got one. You know the saying, a sight for sore eyes. Now, a sight for sore eyes means
Like, look what the cat
someone-
drag did.
no, someone's really pleased to see you.
No. A sight for sore eyes is like, isn't it?
No, like if someone walks in, oh, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Because even for sore eyes, I'm happy to see you. That's what a sight for sore eyes means.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, people think it's a negative connotation, but it's actually a positive one. It's like, even for sore eyes, I'm happy to see you.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Who hurt your eyes? Who made them sore?
Anyways, I thought, hey, let's change it up a
Okay.
bit. Okay, because people also get it like you. Everyone gets it wrong.
Okay. How long did you spend Googling this? Just to confirm.
About 5-10 minutes. Okay.
Okay, good. A good 10 minutes research.
So I've changed it to, aren't you a penny in my pocket? As in, like, when you find money in your pocket, you're like, oh my God.
What a treat.
Aren't you a penny in my pocket? And it rhymes because it has the alliteration.
penny in my pocket.
Or I'm going to make it even more modern.
Mm.
Aren't you just the Instagram notification on my phone? No, that's
No.
it doesn't.
No.
Because it's like, bing, oh,
I hate notifications of it. What do you want from me now, machine? Give me a break.
Okay.
Ah!
Okay.
Okay. Penny in your pocket. Just when last did you spend a penny
Exactly. That's true.
at the shops?
That's why I modernized it to the
What about, aren't you a gummy bear in my pocket?
No, because then you're just not washing your clothes because you're gross.
Nice and warm gummy bear.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we build a house one brick at a time.
Yeah.
I think we'll stay away from the English.
I think, we leave that to the professional.
Close the lab. What if Lux was one of us? Just a schmuck like some of us. Just a guy who likes to cuss, trying to make his way through. What would Lucky do? Is that what it would have sounded like if you'd sung at your wedding?
Yeah, something like that. Something like
It
that.
would have been tough. Would have been a difficult one to handle.
Yeah, would have been like, oh my god.
We do this every single week. Lucky is an upstanding citizen. When I think of Oprah Winfrey,
I am now. I
think
used to
of
not
Lucky
be.
Duplessis.
Yeah.
You know, immediately I just think great person.
Yeah.
You know, upstanding morals, has a strong moral code with good values.
Although I've given nobody any cars under their chairs.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your morals.
Okay.
Here's the thing. We pose questions to Lucky. We ask him what he would do in a certain situation. We're welcome to take your submissions. If you've got a song, a story for us, or something you want to ask a question of Lucky, what would Lucky do? Just hit us up. DM us. You can email us. Whatever. Lux, situation here. It is actually related to weddings.
Okay.
You've been, here's a scenario. This happened to a friend of mine recently. You've been dating for 3 or 4 years. There've been some talks about the marriage. And you get invited to a surprise wedding as the groom. What would Lucky do? The whole family's there. Everybody thinks you're there to celebrate your aunt's 50th, but in fact, everybody's there for your wedding. Your mates and everyone.
So who knows?
The bride. The bride is the one who
set this up.
She stung you on the surprise wedding.
So everybody else thinks they're there for the aunt's wedding.
No,
No, for the aunt's birthday. Sorry. for the aunt's-
maybe some people do know. Maybe you've got like a brother or two
What
that
am
have
I
been
wearing?
involved. You're in a suit. You're looking good. What would Lucky do? Do you go ahead with it? Do you run away from the wedding?
No, I would do it. I would do it. I mean, if it was Bianca, yeah, I would do it. But
Have stern
I don't
with
know how. Yeah, I'd be like, oh, this is lovely. Thank you. Just hold on. We're just gonna. Yeah. What the fuck's going on? And then I'd be like, how much did this cost me? And if it's nothing, then it's awesome. Let's go celebrate.
party.
Let's party, y'all. Yeah, listen, I don't think, you know what was funny? And I've told you this. When I said I was going to get married to Bianca, we got engaged, I thought to myself I was going to be the groom like every other man and just let her do the work. It wasn't like that. I was a groomzilla properly. I was very finicky about table setting, the flowers, the this. And I think it's because of my design background. I wanted everything to be perfect. But saying that, I think like I would be, if it's Bianca and I love her, I shouldn't be angry about it.
Yeah.
Now, if we started dating a year in and she did this, hey, the alarms are going off, yo, because then I'd be like, yo, this is
Okay, so it's
creepy.
circumstances.
It's circumstance. It's also a time thing. Like think about it. You're ready to get married now to your fiance, but 4 years ago you weren't. Imagine she came, oh Craig, you surprise, Angie, your sisters are there, your brothers are there. What you guys doing here? You guys don't even know her. What? No, Craig, it's your wedding. Greg through the door.
Yeah, that's what Greg would do.
Yeah.
Greg would run away.
No. So I think I would have been fine with it. I would have asked a few questions behind the door, but I think I would have been fine with it. I would have been a little upset that
I've seen a YouTube video, so I Googled it after my friend told me the story.
He has a YouTube video of it.
Yeah, no, there's other people who've had surprise grooms and surprise brides.
And has there been like a...
No, some of them they've gone through it, that some of them you can just see that they are dying inside.
I know there's a famous meme of one. It's on the internet. You can Google. If you Google...
Surprise wedding.
If you Google surprise groom gets surprise wedding, there is one, and the guy's face is like...
See if you can find it. Well, if you're listening,
I'm sorry, I'll
but
put it up.
on YouTube. If we've got it, you can look at it.
In the comments underneath.
Oh, the comment section is just the best
It's the
part of the
greatest
internet.
part of the internet. Yeah, it's both the greatest and the saddest part of the internet. Because
Yeah,
also
yeah.
sometimes it gets a little away from
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, okay, well, like, just relax.
Yeah, you gotta stop feeding the trolls. Under the bridge! Get back under the bridge!
Yeah. No, but I think I would have been cool. I think I would have been okay. with
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so in your books,
It's
ladies, if you're thinking about planning a surprise wedding, it's got the lucky to proceed thumbs up.
Do you know what the only thing that guys like that's a surprise? Surprise for ladies. Questions.
Woo, we got the question cranes. We've got 100 origami cranes, and inside their wing, we've nestled a little question.
Now, we do the question crane every single week on the podcast, but we also wanted you to get involved and send us random questions that we would like to answer, that you would like us to answer. And we've got someone that sent us one, which is awesome. So always send it to us on the. You can obviously either comment on the YouTube video, or you can DM us on Instagram, Greg and Lucky.
Yeah, I didn't know the DMs had become so serious. Like, you can really slide. You can really slide in the DM. You can send voice notes now.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
So we got one here. Repeat offender.
Yes, Ruth Urendal coming back, giving us another question. Let's hear this one.
It's a goodie.
Would you choose to be the best player on a losing team or the worst player on a winning team? Thank you.
Ooh.
Okay. All right.
I think
It's not bad.
that's a good question. Thank you for the question.
Yeah.
I would like to think of this how you're supposed to think of real estate. So you rather want to be the small house in the wealthy area
Yeah.
than be the
Big house.
in the crap area.
Okay. That's
So-
a clever way of thinking about
So
it.
my theory, and just because I've watched this Michael Jordan documentary recently, The Last Dance, I would rather be the crap player in the great team.
So you'll be the Steve Kerr.
Well, I don't know if he was crap.
Nah, he wasn't crap. No, I don't know. You know, it's hard because so you're thinking about the Michael Jordan thing, and for me, I'm like, listen, I'd always want to be the best. Okay, maybe I'm just narcissistic or whatever. But thinking about that, maybe I'd like to be Willie LaRue in the Springbok team. He was the shittest at the time. He couldn't catch a goddamn ball, but they ended up still winning the World Cup. You know what I'm saying? So
He played that final game though, didn't he?
He brought it
played-
back.
He
he
had
dropped
a
the first
shocking
ball.
start.
He started shocking, and then everyone was like, "Oh my god, we're gonna have another repeat." And then he turned it on, which is great. But
So if we take my real estate theory, then that's cool because you'll be remembered in the great team. But there is something cool about being the best.
you stand out. If you're the best on a shit team, you stand out and you can get picked. But if you are the worst in a terrible team, you'd also stand out because everyone's like people start saying like, oh God, like why is he?
He's letting us
You
down.
know? And people, and you know what it is? There's always a commonality. Everyone's always like, yeah, the team's great, they love it, but oh, hey, you know, this like, ugh.
But you'd
You'd be winning though.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're still winning. You're still like being the worst player in New Zealand in the All Blacks.
You can still retire.
You can exactly.
I don't know, but now I'm trying to think about it in a work context. So you want to be the best, even if the ship's sinking.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, you'd rather be at a ship that's not sinking.
you'd rather be at a ship that's not sinking and be the worst and like going, okay, well, I can still maybe learn. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're going a bit deep into it, but it's that thought that comes across
Yeah.
it. You need to understand that if you're at a team, so you're in a company, so let's say you're at Apple, you're great, but you're the worst developer. You're not coming up with any ideas. Everyone's coming up with iPhones and iPads and I this and I that and I sits and I shit and whatever, and nothing's coming to you. But they're still keeping you on because you make
you
everyone laugh.
obviously add value to teams.
You make everyone laugh when they have meetings. Steve is funny.
Don't be like them.
Exactly. So yeah, it's hard. It's
Well, because also you have to be really good to be the bad guy in the great team, don't you? I mean,
yeah. Because if you
you
think
still
about,
have to be really good.
you still have to be really good. You're just the shittest in the team,
Yeah.
but that team is so phenomenal that
Yeah.
you are still okay. Yeah, no. That's my answer. I'd rather be the worst in a great team because
It is tricky though if you're playing along with us and doing the question in your
Yeah.
head.
yeah,
Okay.
that's a good question, Ruth. I like it. And have you chosen? Are you going to be the shittest as well? Or are you going to be the
Yeah,
best?
totally.
Oh, okay.
Totally.
Okay, no,
I told you I'm going with my real estate.
real estate theory. Yes, yeah.
Rather be the small house
Yeah.
in the nice area.
That's a great. I've known about that, but I've never thought about that question. That the real estate one.
What is we got one more. What is the worst gift you've ever received?
When I was young, my parents had these friends, and they're very close.
Had.
No, they're still friends with them. So what happened is these people had 5 children. We had 5 children. All their kids were in the same year as my parents' kids. So the
You're all
connection,
1 for 1. It was wild.
the connection's going to be there. Anyways, and every single year they brought us presents, and I don't know why they brought us presents because I don't think my parents ever brought them presents, but they'd bring us presents. But every goddamn year, they would buy me a pencil, a big, like, you know, those giant
Yeah, they had
pencils?
jumbo pencils.
Every year they'd buy me a pencil. When you're a 7-year-old kid, stationery is not what I'm looking for. Okay, I don't want.
I'm talking
stationery.
action figures. I
Yeah.
want wheels.
I want something that's gonna.
What about a ball? I love a ball.
Yeah, every year, and I'd be like, "Oh, thank you guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
I'm just gonna put this with the other pencils." You know?
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah.
I think mine's also as a kid. I think my gran was going blind at the time. And it was starting to get bad. So she'd already got the guide dog and everything. And she bought us jerseys. I know it sounds so ungrateful, but like, I can't even describe the color. It was trying to go for green and gold,
Yeah.
but it was more like vomit and sewage. They were it was the ugliest jersey. Like it just, and then it
was just bad.
You know, as a kid, and I think I was at that bratty age, so 12, 13, where now you're thinking, you're like, oh, I understand what Billabong is, or I know what Nike is.
I know what Stussy is.
And now I got a no-name brand ugly jersey from my gran.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Granny. And I was just like...
And she made you wear it.
Well, my parents were like, you will put that thing on right now.
Oh, that's weird. That's the worst when your parents are like, you will wear that today to school.
Granny's coming to visit. You will put that on.
You're like, but please, like, for the love of everyone.
She can't even see it. If you were a billionaire, besides yachts, hoes, and the whole shebang, which I know you wouldn't do anyway, you're like, you could still have morals and be a billionaire.
Yeah, you can. Look at Bill Gates, Warren Buffett. Can't name any other more.
There's an incredible story I came across.
Yeah.
That made me think of you being a billionaire. So I don't know how you're going to make the money, but you've always said this. Lucky has said this to me so many times. If you were a billionaire, you would give away money every year. You would have a competition for people to find and get your money.
Yeah, like a treasure hunt kind of.
We've both loved that book.
Ready Player One.
Yeah, it's a movie as well.
Phenomenal. The book's better. Don't watch a movie.
Yeah, the book is excellent.
The book is excellent.
And it's about this guy, and he creates this massive treasure hunt, and you can be an heir to his fortune.
Yeah, so if you find this treasure, you get his fortune, pretty much.
I came across a true story about a treasure hunt that's been going on for 10 years.
10 years?
That has just ended.
Oh, my God.
So this guy, millionaire, he's a collector of art and things, decides he's going to fill up a treasure chest with $1 million worth of things. Gold coins, jade sculptures, pearls, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
And he hides it.
Oh, the dream.
Somebody found it a week ago.
The treasure.
The treasure. The treasure hunt's been going on for 10 years. 4 people have died trying to find the treasure.
Is it because it was in dangerous places or what?
It was in, I think, the Utah desert somewhere. And he buried the treasure
Is he
next to a
American?
tree.
Sorry,
He's American. And there was a poem that he had alluded to in his biography that this guy figured out was related to where it was hidden. And then sent him a picture to saying, like, I've got it. Never made personal contact with the guy, but dug it up and was like, cool, I found it.
So where did he post the treasure hunt? Sorry, the treasure hunt.
So I think the treasure hunt, I think he released an article saying, cool, I've got all of these things. I've buried a treasure of worth $1 million. May the best man win.
If this doesn't become a movie, I'm going to be very upset, because if they remake another crap movie from the 90s, I'm going to be very upset, because this is what I want.
There were talks about Hercules going around. It was fake news, but I'll be so angry. And then they didn't want James Woods as Hades, and you can't do that.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. You're so good. But that is crazy, bro. 10 years.
10-year
$1 million.
treasure hunt.
Imagine saying to yourself.
So let's say you got how would you make your treasure hunt?
Okay, so I've thought about this, and I would make mine a yearly thing. So this is if I'm a billionaire. Okay, I'd make mine a yearly thing. I would develop an app, and you'd have to use the app to get it. But everything, the first year would be everything related to me and my likes and stuff. So there'd be
not narcissistic at all.
No, of course not. No, yeah, no. But like so it'd be Eminem.
Maybe the money would
music,
be hidden in a rugby ball,
like that kind of stuff.
Okay.
The second year, and every year, what I would do is I would get different people involved. Like the second year, I would get like Gates and
so would you make
Buffett.
it about them?
No, I'd make it historical, but I'd get them involved because they love education about, and you'd have to. So if you want to win this hunt, you'd have to know your history. You'd have to like, okay, cool, I've got it, because everything would be history related. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like fucking Normandy, World War I stuff, like 18.
Oh, so you'd almost have a theme.
A theme. So every year would be different. So the 1 year would be, okay, cool, introduction about me, who I am, I'm a billionaire, go find it, and everything would be a little
find
thing,
out
and
about
it'd be
me.
a puzzle. The second year would be
A history one.
And every year it'd be a different theme, and people like would log on, and you could either be a team or you could be a single person, but you would play, and like you'd have to travel the world. Like you'd have to say, like, listen, I need, because it'd be all over the world. It wouldn't just be, like I would dude, like people, if you have $1 billion, for the love of God, you can only have so many yachts. Nigga, you can only party on one, for God's sakes. You know? Why have four? You know?
Well, the one is for the family and the other one's for the
It's for
side
you.
chicks.
Exactly. But I would definitely do that. Like,
Oh man, I really hope you become a billionaire and just spread the love a little.
but also the fun would be for people, like when they find that treasure hunt, to make news. Like you would have teams and people would come up together. Like, because also in the 1 year you'd get someone to win that knows a lot about me, maybe. But the next year, someone who's a massive historian fan, some fucking Oxford professor would be like, they would be like, oh my God, guys, this is.
I'd like to apply for a sabbatical. There's a very important set of research I need to inspect.
And for me, I wouldn't make it $1 million. I'd make it 10. Like it would be expensive. Like I'd be like,
Like you want people to kill each other for this.
well, no. I almost said no. Yeah.
I've got enough money to take the lawsuits. I'll sue you back.
I'll be in court while I watch the games. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, so like Hunger Games.
Yeah,
even.
bro. People, like, it would be, it would just be, and then, like, what I would do is, when people, like, I'd have, like if you, like Ready Player One, you'd have leaderboards. So people that are ahead, like, you know who they are, but the clues and the things they have, you can't take from them unless you have to solve it. So you can't kill them for it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They would know, okay.
I just had an idea.
Yeah.
Lucky and I have been talking about some merchandise. We're caught between Speedos and beanies at the moment.
Beanies.
Speedos. Yeah. I don't understand. Speedos are a little bit more expensive than the beanies, but
Isn't
fine.
it weird? I think it must be a thing. It's a very strange thing that private school white guys love wearing a beanie at like events, like family, like you're in Kenton. Like, isn't there always a white guy who's rocking a beanie? Not a beanie, no, a speedo.
I'm just looking at you, a private school child, wearing a beanie right now.
A speedo. Have you, dude, every single time I've gone to like play to kids, there's
think
always
no,
some white guy who's like,
it's-
hey guys, my friend Dale, Dude, we'll be at like a house party. Halfway through, he'll come out in his speedo and he'll just, the rest of the party.
That's just how he wants to look. What's wrong with that?
It's a time and a place for a speedo. And the time is when you're 50. And the place is the beach.
Clifton. And the place is a gay bar. I was actually chatting to a gay friend of mine about it.
Yeah.
About speedos, and I was like, yo, bro, like they are not for me. And he was like, they are for me.
No,
it shows. It's sexy.
But it shows everything.
I guess you know what you're getting.
Yeah, you know what you're in for. You're like, yes.
Okay, that's not gonna hurt.
I would love to know. From gay guys, do they get, like, you know how, like, when you talk to a woman and guys do the dip where they look at the woman's breast, which you shouldn't do? Do gay guys feel the same? Like, hey, excuse me, my face is up here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like, I have a personality. Like, get to know me, not just my junk.
Yeah. Although I do spend about 40 hours a week in the gym.
Yes.
Should we have a hunt for a beanie?
Oh, for the Greg and Lucky beanie. Clues.
Well, it could be a speeder.
No. Yes.
If I must be honest, it's just beanies. I've been lying the whole time about the speedos.
Okay, so what? We put it somewhere, and then we put it up. Listen,
Yeah, maybe
what's
every
up?
week we give a clue as to where the beanie is. I don't know how we would monitor it.
We would have to put it somewhere where it's CCTV camera, and then we'd have to get the feed.
That's impossible. You and I do not have nearly enough money
Hi.
or the will and effort.
Hi, quick spot. Do you guys mind sharing this feed with us? No.
You were thinking about the quick spa though. That's an
Yeah.
interesting place to put it. The game is on.
I like
Maybe
that.
it's a virtual thing. So we just write it down in an envelope where it is.
Yeah.
And then we'll take your guesses.
Yeah.
Because there are only a limit. We actually, Lucky and I are quite financially strapped at the moment. So there's a very limited amount of beanies.
And this is not a sell. It's really, there's only a limited amount, and there's no more. Well,
I mean, there
in
could be more if
the
we phone the
future.
guy and
and pay him.
No, there's going to be a limited amount.
Okay.
And if you get involved in the show, maybe you could get one. But these things are hot property.
Okay.
So we're going to hide one.
Yeah, we're going to have
Not at the quick spa.
No.
Somewhere else.
Somewhere
A
else.
virtual and then we'll give a clue every week.
What we'll do is we'll
Yes.
come up with like 10 questions, 10 things, like
Clues.
and then if you figure out all those 10,
First person to figure it out gets the beanie.
Done.
The hunt is on.
yes. All right.
And then maybe next year we'll make it Speedos for summer. Just before we release you into the world as a happier person after listening to the happy hour, we've got to quickly wrap up Lucky's Lockdown Roulette.
Here we go. A list of things that I do weekly that Greg picks, and then I do one. And so it just keeps me kind of creative, and you can do the same as well. I'm going to actually post about this on Facebook. I still haven't done it.
You were chasing dreams last week.
Yes,
You did
I was.
burpees the week before.
Yeah.
Let's see what we've got in here. There's a whole bunch. Actually, I'll take that green one that's saying hello to me.
Okay, what
The
is
green
this
one
one?
says, massage a friend. It says message a friend. Would have loved it if he'd massage.
I thought
My shoulders already.
No, but I was like, did I spell message wrong?
Son of a gun.
Don't you just hate it when you need to message someone and then you have to massage them?
This is why it's very important to focus in English class
Yeah.
if you're a school child.
So message a friend is just saying, is there someone you've been thinking about? And then catch up with them, send them a message. And just say,
I think that's a cool one. I actually
I've got
sent a
that
message to a friend.
for friend, and then I've got one for family.
Message family.
Message family. Just
Yeah, message someone you haven't got hold of in a while.
Yeah.
Have you got someone in mind?
Yeah, I've got a couple of friends in mind that I haven't spoken to in a while. So yeah.
There can only be one.
Highlander.
Okay, no, that's cool. That's good.
That's cool. So I'll do that. Listen, this is the end of the podcast, but thank you for listening, for getting all the way through this. And remember, please subscribe, tell your friends about it,
Yeah.
share the podcast.
Yep. We are always looking for you to get involved. So you can DM us if you've got a cool story, if you want something to add.
Can
We're
I just
always looking
emphasize on the
for-
idea of cool stories? We are really looking for cool stories. We used to do this on our radio show. We used to call it the best stories or your best stories. And if you have a story that when you tell the story to people, they are blown away. They're just like, oh my God, that is the greatest story.
It's the best story you tell.
Yes, you tell and you have. That's what we're looking for. So
Yeah.
please share
Yes.
them with us.
Yes, definitely. We'd love you to get involved. We want to have a person per podcast.
Yes. So yeah, but thank you so much for
Hanging out with us. Also, remember, we are looking for food crimes. If you see any, spot them, report them. We are here to report on those food crimes if people do something heinous to food. Have a fantastic time. We'll catch you again next week on the Happy Hour.
have a good one. Cheers.